night wind in my hair just so. There you are, I always know in the dashboard glow. I saw you at the summer fair, Ferris wheel lights in your hair, laughing like those days ago before we had to let it go. You looked my way, the world stood still, cotton candy, evening chill. I heard my heart say soft and slow, turn around, don't let him go. All those little yesterdays came rushing back in waves. Every song we used to know, rising from the radio in the dashboard glow, with your hand in mine. Every mile we drive rewinds us back in time. There's a song about forever on the late night show, and it sounds like us in the dashboard glow. If the road gets dark, if the stars sing low, I'll still see your face in the dashboard glow. We left the noisy fair behind, drove until the lights were blind, parked down by the riverside, moon and water side by side. You said I took the long way round, but somehow I'm on the same old ground. I smiled and brushed your collar straight, said love is never really late. All the years we walked apart still kept a place inside my heart, like a station on the dial, waiting there all this while in the dashboard glow, with your laugh so warm. You were shelter through my every passing storm. There's a melody, a promise only we both know, and it plays for us in the dashboard glow. If the world turns fast, if the nights run slow, I'll be right here, love, in the dashboard glow. Ooh. We talk about our separate roads, tiny rooms and heavy loads, photographs we never sent, letters written, never spent. You say you heard my name one night under some old barroom light, and every song they tried to play sounded like we'd find a way. Maybe love just circles back like the wheel along the track, like the river bending home after all its miles of foam. Maybe every star above has been spelling out our love, leading us where we should be, back to you and back to me. So if ever doubts arise, we'll just look with quiet eyes at that gentle amber glow, painting us in honey gold in the dashboard glow. Let the night roll on, we'll be singing with the radio till dawn. Every heartbeat finds a rhythm only we both know, as we hold on tight in the dashboard glow. If the years fly by and our hair turns snow, I'll still love you there in the dashboard glow. Ooh, soft radio fading low, head on your shoulder, driving slow. All my roads now seem to go to you in the dashboard glow. Jukebox light, we were only 17 then, borrowed shoes and weekend smiles. Friday night the town hall glowing, You could see it for a mile. You walked in with collar crooked. I was nervous head to toe. Then the record started spinning and the world turned soft and slow. All the chatter in the corner faded when you took my hand. Every heartbeat found a rhythm only we could understand. Under the jukebox light, you held me like the only girl inside. You held me when the world felt big and wide. You were right there by my side. Every dream turned warm and bright. Under the jukebox light, years rolled on like spinning records on that old worn silver wheel. We found work and bought a small house full of simple, honest meals. Summer nights we'd drive the back roads with the dashboard soft and low. Radio playing all our favorites, windows down, a gentle glow. At the fair with Ferris wheel lights, you would pull me close and say, even when the colors fade, love, we won't ever fade away. And under the jukebox light, you held me like the only girl in sight. You held me when the world felt big and wide. You were right there by my side. Every dream turned warm and bright. Under the jukebox light. Now the jukebox is a memory, and the dance hall's torn down clean. But we hum those old tunes softly, washing dishes in between. There's a porch light by our doorway, shining gentle every night. That's my little glowing promise, you'll come home and hold me tight. We don't need the coins or records, we don't need a crowded floor. We've got footsteps in the hallway, we've got love worth living for. If the years keep drawing wrinkles, let them show what we have known. Every line a quiet lyric of the life we've slowly grown. And under the jukebox light, inside me, every time you smile like that, you find me in the kitchen, soft and sweet, barefoot swaying to the beat. Every ordinary night feels like that jukebox light. Under the porch light, darling, hold me like that first soft Friday night. Just hold me when the whole world turns too fast. We can lean into the past, where our hearts still swing and sway. In that jukebox light always. Hold me tight. Under the jukebox light.
Mixed like a lost 60 vinyl, steps, accelerations for the year that your suitcase by your knee, ticket in your hand, nervous little smile I didn't understand. You said I'll write you letters, it won't be too long. The way your eyes said something was wrong. I tried to joke about the changing weather. You just held my finger, said, remember the last bus home, rolling down the line, tail lights fading like a lost goodbye. I stood on the corner till the stars went cold, wishing I had begged you, darling, please don't go. The last bus home took you out of sight, but you still ride circles through my mind each night. I'm standing where we were, but I'm alone, thinking about you on the last bus home. There's a phone on the table in the narrow hall. I listen for your footsteps, for your midnight call. Every gentle ringing makes my heartbeat race, but it's never quite your laughter on the other place. I trace your name along the faded paper, postmarks from a town that feels like later. The last bus home, rolling down the line, tail lights fading like a lost goodbye. I stood on the corner till the stars went cold, wishing I had begged you, darling, please don't go. The last bus home took you out of sight, but you still ride circles through my mind each night. I'm standing where we were, but I'm alone, thinking about you on the last bus home. Some nights I walk the same old cracked gray street, hear the sigh of engines, feel the evening heat. I hold a worn out ticket that I never used. Every little wrinkle tells the story of maybe you found someone to keep you warm, a softer coat against the coming storms. But if you ever wonder where my heart has gone, it's waiting by that street lamp, humming our old song. The last bus home, rolling down the line. All these years behind us, still you haunt my nights. If you ever step off feeling tired and alone, you'll find me at the corner where the shadows roam. The last bus home can bring you back to me. I'll be there with open arms where you used to be. Till then this empty sidewalk is my own, talking to the last bus home. Under the corner, street lamp glow. I'm still in love with you and the last bus home.
Raindrops tapping on the window pane, little light shining through the falling rain. I've got your letter on the kitchen clock, coffee cooling in a favorite cup. Streetlight shimmer on the gravel road. Every car that passes makes my heart sit up. Your handwriting leans like you're leaning in. Every word is like your gentle hand. You say, my darling, don't you worry none, I'm coming home as soon as I can. So when the night wind starts to blow, there is one thing I can show. Where the porch light glows, I'll be waiting, soft and warm through the midnight rain. Where the porch light glows, I'll be praying every road will bring you home again. If the city feels too cold and long, think of this little house you know. I'll be standing in the doorway, love, where the porch light glows. I still remember all those city nights, you and me in that old blue car, dashboard glowing like a tiny fire as we followed every distant star. Radio playing our slow love songs, wipers keeping time across the glass. You'd squeeze my hand at every red light stop, like you never wanted that moment to pass. Now when the thunder rolls above, I keep that lamp lit for our love. Where the porch light glows, I'll be waiting, soft and warm through the midnight rain. Where the porch light glows, I'll be praying every road will bring you home again. If the city feels too cold and long, think of this little house you know. I'll be standing in the doorway, love, where the porch light glows. Someday soon I'll hear your tires on stone, see your shadow stretch across the yard. You'll drop your suitcase by the open door, pull me in and hold me good and hard. We'll spread our pictures on the table wide, laugh at how the years have come and gone, and through it all that gentle golden light keeps on burning till the break of dawn. Maybe love is not the fireworks sky, maybe it's a small lamp shining by. One more night, one more little flame, calling out your whispered name. If you're lost in darkened streets, follow where my heartbeat beats. I'll be here, I'll never close, the place where all your wandering goes. Where the porch light glows, I'll be waiting through the storms and the silver years. Where the porch light glows, I'll be saying every goodbye only brings you here. If your heart feels tired and worn, baby, there's one thing you should know. You will always find me standing still where the porch light glows. Raindrops fading, stars begin to shine, and that little porch light's yours and mine.
on the pavement, echoes of your name. Streetlights flicker like an old refrain.
I walk alone down these familiar streets, footsteps splash into a distant beat. Your letters folded in my coat inside, ink a little faded with the time gone by.
Through a fogged up window at the corner cafe, I see reflections from a younger day. Two silhouettes and one soft laugh, a picture in the glass of our tangled past.
I always wondered if you'd pass this way, if you still hear that old song play,
if somewhere underneath this city sky you're thinking about the last goodbye, under the same umbrella
in the pouring rain,
keeping every raindrop
off your face again, holding you a little closer than I dared back then.
under the same
Umbrella falling back in love again, under the same umbrella on a midnight street.
heartbeats dancing to a Motown beat.
If the years must turn and drift us far, meet me under the same umbrella.
Wherever we are,
I came back home on a restless wind, suitcase heavier with what ifs within.
your photographs pressed between the pages worn, every smile a sunrise in a life once torn.
Outside the cafe, I pause in the rain, watching strangers through the window pane.
Then I see your shoulders,
Ooh,
the tilt of your head, just like in the pictures that I never shared.
I always wondered, did your heart move on? Did you find someone to lean upon? Or did you leave a little space for me in the house we built in memory, under the same umbrella in the pouring rain,
keeping every raindrop
off your face again, holding you a little closer than I dared back then, under the same umbrella falling back in love again,
under the
same umbrella on a midnight street,
heartbeats dancing
to a Motown beat. If the years must turn and drift us far, meet me under the same umbrella. Wherever we are, I push the door and hear the soft bell ring.
I turn around, my
Is it really you is all I can say.
I've carried you through every mile and day.
I grab my coat and open it wide.
You lift your eyes and step
to my side.
one borrowed shelter from the storm above, two lonely stories
Finding back to love. We walk in silence,
but it feels like song.
like every letter kept our hearts strong.
Your porch light glowing at the end of the lane,
Still shining like a lantern through the rain.
we stand there trembling on the front step stone.
No longer strangers, never quite alone. You whisper softly, can we start again? I answer, I've been waiting since way back when. Oh, should change and fall apart, we'll stand under the same umbrella, heart to heart.
Leave the porch light burning through the stormy weather.
We'll walk this long,
sweet life together,
under the same umbrella, night or day.
We'll never let this love
wash away.
Somewhere the band plays soft tonight, hands in your pockets, same old shy smile.
I almost turned and let the moment pass, heart beating faster than it did in the past.
The summer fair was humming low,
music drifting where the river flows.
I said your name and you turned around,
And all those missing years came tumbling down.
we laughed like strangers,
We talked like friends,
like every might have been could make amends. Under Ferris wheel lights, your hand found mine like it used to do. Under Ferris wheel lights, the world turned slow while I turned back to you. Oh, little sparks in the summer air,
soft as a prayer on a warm night's breeze.
under Ferris wheel lights, my love, you came back to me. Do you remember how we used to write, ink on our fingers late at night?
Your folded letters on my windowsill, words about forever and the distant hills.
Then one last note said, don't you wait.
I took that train and left our town gate.
I tried to move on, I tried to stay strong,
But a piece of my heart stayed where we belong.
now every line that I let fade
Comes back in every step we've made.
as if those pages turned to light and led you here tonight. Under Ferris wheel lights, your laugh rings out like an old sweet song. Under Ferris wheel lights, it feels like we were never gone so long. All of the years fall away so clear,
Each little memory shining on me.
under Ferris wheel lights, my love, you came back to me. We took the ride and the ground fell small, tiny as troubles we can't recall.
Up in the sky with the town below,
We finally said the things we meant to show.
you said I'm sorry that I walked away.
I said I've wished for just this day. thought we're through.
We're just waiting for a different view.
Second chances don't always come,
but here we are, not on the run.
with river dust and carnival sound.
We'll let this tender love stay on the ground.
Under Ferris wheel lights, we're not the kids that we used to be. Under Ferris wheel lights, but somehow you're still home to me. All of the roads that we walked alone
Have led us back where our hearts agree.
under Ferris wheel lights, my love. You came back to me.
Stay till the music fades to blue.
Stay till the last bright bulb grows dim.
Under Ferris wheel lights, my love.
Let's start again.
We were walking on the boardwalk. Sand was blowing at our feet. All the tide lights on the water made the shoreline look so sweet. You were talking about tomorrow, with your collar turned to wind, when you took my hand and whispered, let this be where we begin. Every wave that broke beside us seemed to spell your name in foam. I could feel a brand new heartbeat saying, here is finally home. And I said, I'll meet you by the sea when the night wind finds the harbor. You can always look for me where the lanterns paint the pavement in a silver memory. Anytime you lose your way, I'll meet you by the sea. Then the seasons turn without you as you chased a distant dream, but the shoreline kept your footsteps like a soft and shining seam. I would walk that evening promenade with my scarf around my hair, listening to gulls and laughter just to feel you almost there. I would close my eyes and picture how you'd smile and turn around with your suitcase by the railing and your heart in every sound. And I think I'll meet you by the sea when your journey's finally over and you're where you long to be. I'll be standing by the railing where the waves brush quietly. If you come some distant night, I'll meet you by the sea. Years go by There's a girl beside the water, keeping watch for you to see. 'Cause I'll still meet you by the sea when you're tired and wandering footsteps need a place to simply be, where the wind can hold our secrets and the dark feels safe and free. I will lift my face to yours when you're standing close to me. Every time your shadow falls, I'll meet you by the sea. Sha-la-la, sha-la-la, softly, sha-la-la, come back close to me. I'll be waiting where you found me. Sha-la-la, I'll meet you by the sea.
Rain on the sidewalk, traffic rolling slow, street lamps painted silver on the code I know. Footsteps all around me, couples passing by, sharing little whispers underneath the sky. I pull up your umbrella, though you're far tonight. Still I hear you laughing in the yellow light. Every drop that falls is a memory of you, waiting in the shadows like you used to do. Darling, though the miles lie between our hearts, I can feel your hand where the evening starts. Every echo on this avenue leads me back to standing close to you. Umbrella for two in the soft city rain, holding you near while the world drifts away again. Umbrella for two, every raindrop knows your name. Side by side in the hush of the window pane, when the night comes through and I'm missing you, I still walk this avenue, holding on to dreams of an umbrella for two. Do you remember by the river at the edge of town? Dusk was laying velvet as the sun went down, water catching colors from the fading sky, quiet little ripples where the boat slid by. You were close beside me in that gentle air, sharing one umbrella, wind in your hair. You said if the storm comes, I'll be holding you, and the clouds broke open just to prove it true. Raindrops on your lashes, lips so near to mine, every whispered promise standing still in time. Every heartbeat, every breath we drew, felt like all the world was only you. Umbrella for two in the soft city rain, holding you near while the world drifts away again. like a little flame, whispering your stories when I call your name. Photographs are waiting in a worn-out frame, smiles from yesterday that look the same, till the train or the highway brings you home again. I'll be here and I'll be just the way I've been. Down by the river when the day is through, sometimes I imagine I am seeing you, silhouette in twilight where the willows lean, walk into my arms like in an old dream. Someday when the distance finally fades away, we'll be under raindrops on another day, and I'll hold you closer than I ever knew, while the world turns slow around us too. Umbrella for two in the soft city rain, nothing in between us but the beating of hearts again. Umbrella for two, all our waiting almost through, every lonely evening leading back to you. When the skies turn gray, I will gladly stay, sharing every storm with you. All my life I'll be your umbrella for two. Oh, all my life I'll be your umbrella for two.
Soft wind on the water, turning gold at night. Footsteps on the walkway, you were walking into sight. You were tracing little circles with your fingertips on the rail by the river while you bit your lips. I was humming some old tune I could barely name, when you looked up through the twilight and you said my name. We walked along the edge where the willows lean, watching city lights shimmer in the in-between. You laughed about your day, I just kept the pace, trying not to fall in love with every look on your face. The church bells in the distance rang a soft, slow chime as the sun slid down behind the factory line. You said all I really want is a quiet place to hide, and I whispered, you can have that right here by my side. Evenings by the riverside, holding on to you. Every fading daylight felt like something new, when the water caught the colors and the world turned wide. We were learning how to love. Evenings by the riverside, evenings by the riverside. Then the whistle from the station cut across the air. You said my ticket's for the night, I have to meet it there. Suitcase in your fingers, courage in your eyes. I could see the little storm behind your long goodbyes. We hurried up the steps to the platform light. Trains breathing in their sleep like beasts at night. You pressed a folded paper in my open hand. Said, I'll write you from the city, please try to understand. The porter called your number in a practiced tone, and I felt every dream shake in my bones. You said every time you see that river start to glide, think of me and I'll be there, walking by your side. Evenings by the riverside, holding on to you. Every fading daylight felt like something new. When the water caught the colors and the world turned wide, we were learning how to love. Evenings by the riverside, evenings by the riverside, where the street lamps gleam. You became my comfort and my waking dream. Though the rails ran on and the towns divide, I would meet you in my mind, evenings by the riverside. Letters on the table with your gentle hand, little coffee stains and sketches of the city span, photographs of corners where you like to be, but you always left a space like it waited for me. Years roll like freight trains through an endless night. Some days we lost courage, some days we lost sight. Then one lonely morning came a shorter line. It said, I'm coming home if your heart still matches mine. I stood beneath the sun where the platforms meet, with the river in the distance steady at my feet. Saxophone in a window played a low sweet sigh as your figure stepped down and the train rolled by. You smiled like the first time in the fading glow. All the years between us felt like melting snow. You said, if it's not too late, can we turn the tide? I said, let's take a little walk by the riverside. Evenings by the riverside, now we're here once more, listening to the water like we did before. Every ripple sings the promise that we won't divide as we start our life again. Evenings by the riverside, evenings by the riverside, when we both are gray, we'll be counting all the blessings of a long sweet day. If the world forgets our names and the clocks collide, you will find me holding you, evenings by the riverside. Soft wind on the water, turning gold at night. Two shadows walking slowly in the tender light. Evenings by the riverside, where our hearts abide. I'll be loving you forever by the riverside.
Soft radio humming low, shadows on the wall, coffee cups between us, midnight down the hall. All the world is fast asleep, but we're still wide awake, floating in the little glow that only love can make. I remember when we met, your name in careful ink on that folded letter with a coffee ring of pink. You wrote about your favorite song in late night city skies, your handwriting a gentle dance of hope before my eyes. I kept it in my jacket over every mile I roamed, reading it by dashboard glow when I drove alone. Every line you left for me lit up those winding roads, till every empty highway lane felt almost like a home. Now the years have softly flown, we've built a quiet life of our own, and all the stars I used to chase are shining here in your embrace. Under the kitchen light, you're still my favorite view. Bare feet on the linoleum, hair falling loose, nothing but the ticking clock in this gentle night. Just you and me talking under the kitchen light. Our worries fade away, we turn another ordinary minute into something safe. If I could live forever in this simple sight, I'd spend every heartbeat under the kitchen light. There were storms and broken plans, bills we had to pay, letters on the table with numbers in the way. Yet you'd hum a little melody while washing up the plates, making tiny golden moments out of ordinary days. Sometimes I drive you home with the radio turned down, streetlights dancing softly on your sleepy crown. We don't need a movie scene, we don't need a crown, just the murmur of your voice as the windows fog around. All the dreams I thought I'd find were waiting here the whole time, and every quiet laugh we share, in every whisper, little prayer. Under the kitchen light, you're still my favorite view. Bare feet on the linoleum, hair falling loose, nothing but the ticking clock in this gentle night. Just you and me talking under the kitchen light. Our worries fade away, we turn another ordinary midnight into something safe. If I could live forever in this simple sight, I'd spend every heartbeat under the kitchen light. One day we'll be older, silver in your hair, maybe hands will tremble as we climb the stairs, but I'll set out 2 cups again the way I always do, and watch the quiet miracle of growing old with you. We'll pull out all those letters from a long ago July, paper edges yellowed like the corners of the sky. We'll smile about the miles and how we found our way to standing in this little room at the end of every day. Let the city hurry by, let the headlines fade. We've got all we ever need in this small parade. Every whispered how was work, every are you tired dear, is a love song softly playing only we can hear. So when the doubts come tapping at our window pane, we'll pour another cup and say their names in vain. For every time life felt too dark or far too wide, we found our peace beneath this light, with you here by my side under the kitchen light, where all my wishes land. Your shadow on the covers, my ring upon your hand. Nothing but the hum of love in the softest night, holding you forever under kitchen light. I see the life we've grown from scribbled little letters to this place we call our own. If heaven has a doorway that feels just right, it must look like you smiling under the kitchen light. Turn the radio down low, let the night grow deep. Lay your head upon my shoulder, drift into your sleep. I'll watch over every breath till the edges of the dawn. Under the kitchen light, under the kitchen light, under the kitchen light, under the kitchen light.
Tickets in my pocket feel warm in my hand tonight, and your shadow's walking toward me in the neon light. You're waiting on the corner where the sidewalk bends, hands in your jacket that shy, smile again. You say they're changing all the posters on the silver screen. We passed the little bakery with the window glow, smell of sugar on the evening slow. You ask, are you ready for another show? I say, anywhere with you is where I wanna go. We don't have diamonds, we don't have cars, but we got our footsteps and a handful of stars. Every Friday evening when the street feels right, we're heading for our little movie night. Our little movie night, just you and me, under that old marquee, shining soft and sweet. We don't need a crowd or a fancy place so bright, just your hand in mine for our little movie night. Our little movie night in the velvet dark, sharing all our secrets like a spark to a spark. If tomorrow's unsure and the world's too wide, I'll still be safe at our little movie night. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. We sit up in the balcony where the lights are low, hear the hush of all the hearts in the rows below. You slide the popcorn closer with a crooked grin, like you're asking if you're welcome to come further in. On the silver curtain, lovers hold on tight, black and white kisses in the flickering light. I feel your shoulder brushing gentle against mine, and the whole white story falls into one line. When the credits roll and the trumpets play, we take the long way home just to stretch the day. Every little breeze and every passing light feels like a chorus to our movie night. Our little movie night, just you and me, under that old marquee, shining soft and sweet. We don't need a crowd or a fancy place so bright, just your hand in mine for our little movie night. Our little movie night in the velvet dark, sharing all our secrets like a spark to a spark. If tomorrow's unsure and the world's too wide, I'll still be safe at our little movie night. We cut across the back streets by the narrow lane, where the rooftop clotheslines sway like a quiet chain. You say one day, honey, when the time is true, maybe every night will feel like this with you. We stop on a little bridge bridge over the town canal. Moonlight on the water like a silver cabaret hall. You whisper, I don't need the big bright signs if you'll keep walking right here by my side. Our little movie night as the years go on, when the newest stars have come and gone, we'll still find that marquee in our hearts so bright, lighting up the dark for our little movie night. Our little movie night, when our hair turns gray, we'll remember every Friday like a holiday. If the world keeps changing and we hold on tight, we'll stay in love with our little movie night. So meet me on the corner when the day turns light to gold. We'll buy 2 little tickets just like we did of old, with your arm around my shoulder and your future in my sight. I'll always say yes to our little movie night.
Night falls on the shore. I'm at your door. Rain is on the cobblestones, lantern flicker pale and low. I can see the little cafe where we used to hide from snow. Through the window in the corner, there you sit the way you did, hands around a cup of coffee like a dream I never hid. All the letters, all the waiting, all your careful slanting lines lead me back to this small harbor, to your eyes that once met mine. Walk me by the sea, darling, stay with me, where the moonlight paints the water silver, blue and free. Let the wind remember what we used to be. Hold my hand and softly walk me by the sea. After all the years that kept you far from me, let this night begin again. Walk me by the sea. You look up and start to tremble like you're waking from a song. I can see you trying to measure if my heart still beats as strong. Then you smile, that little half smile that I carried through the years. Suddenly the crowded silence turns to laughter through our tears. We talk low about the distance, ships and trains and changing skies, but the one thing never changing is the way you fill my eyes. Walk me by the sea, darling, stay with me, where the moonlight paints the water silver, blue and free. Let the wind remember what we used to be. Hold my hand and softly walk me by the sea. After all the years that kept you far from me, summer night, the gulls cry salt and jasmine in the air. Every footprint in the shoreline feels like we were always there. You lean in against my shoulder while the breakers roll inside, and the past falls off behind us like a wave that's running dry. If tomorrow brings its troubles, we will meet them, you and I. But tonight the only promise is your hand inside of mine. Time moves like the tide upon the sand, washing out the castles that we planned. But every word you wrote and every memory led me to this moment by the sea. You walk me by the sea, darling, stay with me. Let the band inside my chest keep gentle company. Every step beside you sets my heart at ease. Hold me close and slowly walk me by the sea. If the years keep flowing like the endless tide, I will walk this shoreline always at your side. From the cafe window to the shining quay, I'll be yours forever. Walk me by the sea. Stay and walk with me. Love me by the sea.
Soft shoes on a wooden floor, shadows drifting through the night. Your hand found its way to mine under the jukebox light. We were just two Sunday dreamers in a small town Friday hall. Band had finished, night was quiet, but the jukebox played for all. You dropped a quarter in the slot there, picked a song you knew I'd like. I could feel my heartbeat doubling as you pulled me in so tight. Every color on that chrome face turned the darkness into gold. All the years we hadn't lived yet seemed to shimmer bright and bold. I remember how you whispered, "Stay with me till morning light." And we swayed like we were floating in that tender color night. Under the jukebox light, my love, where the world felt small and kind, you were holding me so close as the record turned in time. Every spin a little promise, every note a shining sign that my heart would learn forever how to beat along with yours and mine. Under the jukebox light, summers passed in Ferris wheel circles, cotton candy laughing skies. We would drive with windows open, car radio and fireflies. When the fairground lights were fading, we'd go back to that old hall, sneaking through the side door quietly, till we heard that jukebox call. You would lean against the counter, tap a rhythm with your hand. I'd kick off my shoes and listen to our favorite little band. All the songs about forever felt like they were ours to keep, as we spun in dusty moonbeams that would rock the town to sleep. Under the jukebox light, my love, with your cheek against my hair, we were rich in little moments. We were young and didn't care. Every coin that hit the metal, every tune on Friday night, made a picture we still carry in the corners of our hearts so bright. Under the jukebox light, now the hall is long forgotten, and the jukebox gathers dust, but our days are full of mornings, built on dancing, built on trust. There's a porch light by our doorway, there's a kitchen radio. You still spin me by the sink there, when our quiet evenings glow. Though the world has gotten louder and the nights are not as clear, when you turn the dial to slow songs, it's that same old atmosphere. We have dishes in the basin, we have letters on the shelf, we have all the little stories that we wrote for no one else. When the house is finally silent and the children fall asleep, there's a love that keeps on playing in a groove that runs so deep. If the years should try to shake us, if the days should blur our eyes, we will find that faded record in the stars of summer skies. Under the jukebox light, my love, even if it's far away, I can see us in the doorway of that gentle yesterday. Every touch upon my shoulder, every slow dance in our life, turns our little living room now to that small town Friday night. Under the jukebox light, under the jukebox light, soft shoes on a wooden floor, old songs in the softest key, As long as the music's in you, you'll be shining over me. When the room is almost darkened and the world slips out of sight, we'll be dancing in our memories under the jukebox. I still see us young and real under the Ferris wheel. You were standing by the tickets with your hands inside your coat. I was laughing with my girlfriends, trying hard not to take note. But the summer air was buzzing and the lights began to spin. And the moment that you caught my eye, the world came drifting in. Cotton candy on my fingers, music floating through the park, all the colors of the Midway, waking up the coming dark. When you finally walked beside me, shy and quiet, trying to be cool, I could hear my heart beat louder than the old brass band at school. You said maybe we could ride it, just one turn, just you and me. And I said only if you promise I can see the whole town free. We were just two foolish dreamers with no maps and no idea how long we chased that first night's feel. Under the Ferris wheel where the sky came tumbling down, where you slipped your hand in mine above the lights of our small town. Every turn we took together wrote a promise we still keep. Under the Ferris wheel, love found us deep. Under the Ferris wheel where the music met the stars, where you whispered I'll be yours, like it was written in the cards. Now the years keep rolling onward, but I know what's always real. We're still that boy and girl under the Ferris wheel. Later on we drove in circles with the car radio turned low, dashboard glow across your knuckles, windows fogged with falling snow. Every song became our memory, every mile another thread. We were weaving something golden out of all the words we said. On the nights you stayed out working just to keep our little place, I would watch that quiet porch light throwing halos on your face. Every time I heard your footsteps on the gravel up the hill, I could feel the fairgrounds calling, and my heart would answer still. You'd say, sorry I was late, love, but you know I had to try. And I hold you in the kitchen with the kettle humming by, all the simple gentle moments that the world can't ever steal started in that spinning wheel. Under the Ferris wheel where the sky came tumbling down, where you slipped your hand in mine above the lights of our small town. Every turn we took together wrote a promise we still keep. Under the Ferris wheel, love found us deep. Under the Ferris wheel where the music met the stars, where you whispered I'll be yours, like it was written in the cards. Now the years keep rolling onward, but I know it's always real. We're still that boy and girl under the Ferris wheel. Now the fair comes back each August, and we sometimes take a ride with your silver in your hair. And all these years on either side, we don't scream like we did back then, we just smile and close our eyes. Let the cool night wind remind us how it felt to touch the skies. When we pass above our neighborhood and see our porch light glow, I can feel your fingers tighten like that first time long ago, and I whisper no matter what the spinning world may do or say. Every road I ever travel still begins back there that day. If the music ever fades and all the bright lights disappear, if the fair moves on to somewhere else and leaves our little pier, we'll still have that trembling moment when the world first stood so still, where my heart learned how to answer to your will. Let the wheel keep turning slowly in the corners of our mind. Let the car radio remember every chorus left behind. Every night our porch light flickers, it's the same soft shining seal that we learned to trust beneath that Ferris wheel. Under the Ferris wheel, where the sky came tumbling down, where you slipped your hand in mine, above the lights of our small town. Every turn we took together wrote a promise we still keep. Under the Ferris wheel, love found us deep. Under the Ferris wheel, through the quiet tender years, through the bills and late night worries and the laughter and the tears. When I look into your eyes, love, after every spinning year, I still find that girl and boy under the Ferris wheel. Ooh. I still see how softly shines our field. We're forever standing under the Ferris wheel.
Tide was tracing silver on the stones. Evening brushed the window soft and gold. You were standing by the railing there alone, by the harbor where the waves came in so slow. I was walking with my collar turned up high, carrying a day I couldn't hide. Then your smile broke gentle through the spray, like the very first light on a cloudy day. You pointed to a little painted door, said, "Come in from the wind, we can talk some more." And as a raindrop started writing on the night, I followed you into that golden light. Seaside cafe tonight, rain on the glass and your hand in mine. Outside the waves keep breaking in the light, but it's warm where your shoulder touches mine. Seaside cafe tonight, radio low and the future bright. If this is love, let it start right here in our seaside cafe tonight. We found a quiet table by the wall, steam from all the teacups hit us both. You drew tiny boats along the paper cloth, spoke of places you had always hoped to go. I said I'd never been too far from here, just this strip of sea and cobblestone. You said maybe we could see the world one year. and something in my restless heart felt home. Now every time the clouds begin to gray, we meet beneath that same soft sign, and I learn the truth you never say, in the way the lamplight lingers in your eyes. Seaside cafe tonight, rain on the glass and your hand in mine. Outside the waves keep breaking in the light, but it's warm where your shoulder touches mine. Seaside cafe tonight, radio low and the future bright. If this is love, let it start right here in our seaside cafe night. Someday the rain will clear and skies will blue, sunlight dancing where the showers were. We'll walk that promenade with nothing left to prove. Every step a little closer, me and you. Maybe we'll find a house above the shore, windows open to the evening tide, and we'll smile about the night it all began, with a rainy window and you're sitting by my side. Tonight the wind is tapping at the panes, footsteps fading softly down the street. You are tracing circles in your cup again, searching for the right words as you speak. You say, I don't know where this could all go, but it feels like I've been waiting all this time. So I take your hand and answer low, let the whole world start with you and I. Seaside cafe tonight, rain on the glass and your hand in mine. Outside the waves keep breaking in the light, but it's warm where your shoulder touches mine. Seaside cafe tonight, if you will stay till the morning light. Every road our hearts will ever find will lead back to this seaside cafe tonight. Every road our hearts will ever find leads back to this seaside cafe tonight.
Summer air and a carousel tune. First time I ever fell in love with the moon. We were just two shadows in the carnival glow. Cotton candy fingers, nowhere else to go. You won me a prize with a ring toss throw. Laughed when you missed and you bowed too low. Then the midway music found a softer tune. You touched my hand underneath the moon. Someone called last ride for the night. You said, come share the sky and lights. I felt the ground fall far away when you softly said my name. to say life would never be the same. Ferris wheel, heartbeat turning slow, up above the town in a silver glow. You whispered secrets only stars could hear, promised you'd be right beside me every year. With the whole fair fading at our feet, time kept skipping every other beat. Ferris wheel, heartbeat in the night, spinning my world into the softest light. Later in your car on an empty road, ticket stubs and prizes on the dash you'd thrown. The radio played a sweet doo-wop song. I hummed the harmony, you sang along. Headlights drawing lines on the sleeping sea. You tapped the rhythm on the wheel with me. You said if you're afraid when the lights go down, just remember this ride and that carnival sound. I felt the dark just drift away when you softly said my name. Every bright star seemed to say love had finally learned my name. Ferris wheel, heartbeat turning slow, up above the town in a silver glow. You whispered secrets only stars could hear, promised you'd be right beside me every year. With the whole fair fading at our feet, time kept skipping every other beat. Ferris wheel, heartbeat in the night, spinning my world into the softest light. Now every summer when the fair rolls in, we walk the boardwalk in the salt soft wind. You buy me flowers made of paper string. We still get dizzy when the swing boats swing. People say that young love doesn't stay, but I still feel that first night way whenever wheels light up the dark blue sky. I hear your heartbeat keeping time with mine. We don't need diamonds or a fancy scene, just the colored bulbs and the soft machine, lifting us higher than the town below, where all our little years line up in a row. Ferris wheel, heartbeat turning slow, up above the town in a silver glow. Every gentle circle, every creaking chain says we'll find our way through the sun and rain. Hold me just a little past midnight, let the music fade and the crowd grow light. Ferris wheel, heartbeat, hold me tight, spinning our love into the softest light. When the midway sleeps and the night grows still, I keep your heartbeat like a little Ferris wheel.
off the kitchen radio. Wipe your hands and breathe a sigh. I lock up the door behind us as the night rolls through the sky. We step out on painted wooden steps where the summer breezes flow. Crickets singing in the hedges, 'neath our porch light burning low. All the busy streets are quiet, all the phones have had their say, but your shoulder leaning into mine keeps the noise so far away. With that porch light burning low and your hand resting in my hand so slow. All the years we walked together, all the miles we've yet to go, find their way back to this moment. Porch light burning low. There's a coffee cup on the railing, there's a sweater around your knees. You are talking about the children and the changes on our street. Mailboxes lie like little soldiers, sleeping cars in tidy rows, while the glow around your profile softly flickers, softly glows. I don't need a grand horizon or a far-off shining shore. In your tired but smiling eyes, I have all I'm asking for. 'Neath this porch light burning low, where the day slips off your shoulders warm and slow. Every laugh line, every teardrop, every story we both know comes to rest upon these steps. Porch light burning low. We were younger on a back street with a single borrowed key, dreaming of a little house where the nights could set us free. Now the paint is chipped and faded, and the years have brushed our hair, but the way you lean against me says our first young love's still there. So when porch lights burning low and the world outside our doorway starts to snow, we'll be wrapped in old wool blankets, watching soft white feathers blow. I will thank the stars above us for the life we've come to know, side by side on creaking steps. Porch light burning low. So it's rain on all the sidewalks, shining silver in the night. You were waiting by the timetable board, haloed in the light. I came running down the staircase, suitcase knocking at my knee. You held up that little umbrella and made some room for me. We were pressed into each other while the platform shivered cold. All the loudspeakers were crackling out the cities in bold. You were tracing tiny circles on the mist upon my coat. When they called my train, my heart jumped right into my throat. You whispered, promise you'll come back. I said, my love, I'm on that track. Every raindrop, every sigh fell between your hand and mine. Rain at platform 2, every goodbye fell softer next to you, holding you close while the engines blew, losing my heart in the gray and the blue. Every time I dream of you, I'm standing in the rain at platform 2. Now I'm driving through the midnight with the radio turned low. Red tail lights fade like memories in the dashboard glow. There's a song about a lover waiting under cloudy skies, and I see you like a picture when I close my eyes. By the station there's a cafe with the windows fogged and warm. I pull over just to watch the people shelter from the storm. In each stranger with a suitcase, I keep searching for your face. Every drop upon the glass keeps drumming out your name. I whisper, promise I'll return, the way you did when my heart burned. Through the distance, through the years, I still hear your voice so clear. Rain at platform 2, every goodbye fell softer next to you, holding you close while the engines blew, losing my heart in the gray and the blue. Every time I dream of you, I'm standing in the rain at platform 2. There's a ticket in my pocket for the first train home at dawn, and a letter that I never mailed, the ink a little worn. I'll be waiting by the timetable just the way you used to stand, with an umbrella in my fingers, hoping you'll reach for my hand. If you step out from that carriage with your suitcase by your side, I will meet you like the first time on that rainy winter night. No more leaving, no more distance, no more nights of driving through, just the sound of gentle showers and my arms around you. Let the whistles echo down the line, let the raindrops keep the perfect time. If the world keeps pulling us apart, I'll hold the station inside my heart. Every train that passes through brings me one stop closer back to you.
platform 2. I'll be the shadow reaching out for you. One more embrace as the morning breaks through. Promises shining in silver and blue. When my traveling days are through, I'll meet you in the rain at platform 2. Rain on the rails tonight. Calliope fading in the evening air. Last song drifting over the county fair. Shoes on gravel, summer standing still. Hearts lined up by the Ferris wheel. You stood in line with your ticket tight, cotton candy fingers in the midway light. Hair up high in a ribbon bow, cheeks turned pink in the neon glow. I watched you laughing with your sweater thin, too shy to speak, so I just looked in till you caught my eyes in the twilight hue, and the whole fair hushed down to me and you. The wheel turned slow against the dusky sky, stars peeking out just a few up high. I heard my heart beat louder than the band when you smiled and reached for my hand under the Ferris wheel. When the lights turned low, we found a little world where the wind won't blow. Hold me close and promise what you feel. Kiss me under the Ferris wheel. Under the Ferris wheel in the summer air. Nothing in my life could be more fair. If I live 100 dreams that all turn real, I'll keep the one under the Ferris wheel. We rode that circle like a silver ring. Town below was like a little string. You pointed out your porch light down the hill, said that's where Mama waits until. We talked to school and the jobs we'd find, of leaving sometimes but not too far behind. And when the cars stopped at the very top, time held its breath and refused to drop. The midway music softened to a sigh. Your lashes trembled when you closed your eyes. Above the barking games and turning rides, we made a promise the sky still hides. Under the Ferris wheel when the lights turn low, we found a little world where the wind won't blow. Hold me close and promise what you feel. Kiss me under the Ferris wheel. Under the Ferris wheel in the summer air. Nothing in my life could be more fair. If I live 100 dreams that all turn real, I'll keep the one under the Ferris wheel. Under the Ferris wheel when our hearts were new, I found the long road that leads to you. From your mama's porch to our own small hill, it all began under the Ferris wheel. Under the Ferris Ferris wheel in my memories bright, shining like our little porch light at night. If the world should fade and the noise turns still, I'll love you like under the Ferris wheel. Calliope fading in the evening air, but I still see you standing there. Whenever life turns like a restless reel, I'll meet you under the Ferris wheel.
Summer in the distance. Music in the air. I was standing by the midway with the tickets in my hand, cotton candy on my finger, dusty shoes in fairground sand. Then you touched my shoulder gently, said I've saved this ride for two. In the glow of painted horses, all I saw was only you. Every light was softly trembling, like the words we couldn't say. But your smile was like a promise that the night would never fade. Ferris wheel nights, Ferris wheel nights, turning so slow. Hearts learning how to move where the warm winds blow. Up in the sky, holding you tight. Love found its way. You lost me with light. Ferris wheel nights, stars. played with your hair, and I knew that every sunrise I would wish to see you there. Ferris wheel nights, still in my mind, colors in the dark that the years can't hide. If ever we're lost, if we lose our way, I'll find you again where the fair lights play. Ferris wheel nights, fade on the breeze, jukebox on the corner and the swaying trees. Day after day into our lives, I keep hearing echoes of Ferris wheel nights. Ferris wheel nights, soft and real. Ferris wheel nights, every quiet morning, how your touch still feels. As long as you're here, I'll hold this time, living every day inside. Ferris wheel nights, Ferris wheel nights, Ferris wheel nights. Summer never ended. When your hand found mine.
Oh, wait for me, darling. We were parked down by the river, where the town lights fade to gray. Car radio low and tender, playing songs that knew our names. Your head was on my shoulder, as the dust slipped into night. Dashboard glow upon your lashes, holding everything just right.
You traced a little circle on the window's foggy glass. Said tomorrow I'll be leaving, but this feeling's gonna last. I kissed your hand and whispered, no matter where you roam, if you keep my love inside you, you'll never be alone.
And the rain tapped time on the hood so slow, as the river carried every secret we'd ever know. You turned to me, and in the falling light, we promised not to let this slip from sight. Wait for me, darling, through the miles and the midnight train. Hold my name inside your heart when you're dancing with the rain. Wait for me, darling,
Through the lonely nights of blue,
every tear the sky might cry, I'll be saving dreams for you.
oh, wait for me, darling, and I'll come running back to you. Morning at the station, steam and sorrow in the air. Suitcase by my trembling knees, your coat still on my chair. You wrapped your arms around me as the whistle split the sky. Said I'll write you every Sunday, I'll be yours until I die. I watched you fade to silver through the window streaked with rain.
Your figure growing smaller as the train rolled out again. I pressed my hand to cold glass, felt my heartbeat falling
letter signed with shaky loving lines. And every town I passed, I heard that car radio
playing little songs that sounded like the boy I used to know.
I'd close my eyes and see that river bend and hear you swear our love would never end. Wait
For me, darling, through the miles and the midnight train, hold my name inside your heart.
when you're dancing with the rain. Wait for me, darling.
Through the lonely nights of blue, every tear the sky might cry,
I'll be saving dreams for you. Oh, wait,
for me, darling, and I'll come running back to you.
now the years have drawn their circles on the faces that we wear, but I still hear that river and that old car radio there. Tonight the city's weeping, every street lamp crowned with mist. I'm standing on a corner where our very first goodbye was kissed. You're walking toward me slowly with an umbrella held up high.
Raindrops sparkling on your hair, that same old gentle light.
You smile and say, I told you I'd come home one rainy night.
I answer, I've been waiting, love, since you stepped on that first train ride.
All the letters, all the midnights, all the miles of iron and stone
Couldn't steal the quiet promise that we made when we were young and alone.
every song that through my lonely window softly played was a little shining bridge across the distance that we made. Now the river's far, the town has grown,
But in your eyes I see
the boy and girl beside that car, and all we swore we'd be.
Wait for me, darling, and you know I'll wait for you.
Through the storms and through the sun,
So rode by the silver sea, dashboard glowing like a memory. Every little turn takes me back in time to a barefoot boy and your hand in mine.
We walked that promenade in the salty air.
You whispered, if you ever need me, I'll be there.
And you pointed home through the summer night, said I'll leave it on, just follow the light.
Now the years have passed like waves in the dark,
but I still feel you beating in my heart.
if I can find that glow tonight, maybe I can make it right.
Back to your porch light, shining for me like a small town star by the restless sea. Through all the miles and the long, long nights, I found my way home to your porch light. Back to your porch light, soft and warm, calling me in from the coming storm. If you're still waiting on the other side, I'll stand in that glow and never say goodbye.
I kept every postcard that you ever sent, faded blue ink and a salt kiss scent.
Photographs tucked where the moonlight falls, your shadow dancing on these old walls.
I made us coffee in that chipped white cup,
Told myself gently I should give you up.
but every evening as the day turns thin, I turn that porch light on and let you in.
All the nights I heard some car on the hill,
My foolish heart would learn to stand still,
yet some quiet voice said you just might
come walking back to that light.
back to your porch light, shining for me like a small town star by the restless sea. Through all the miles and the long, long nights, I found my way home to your porch light. Back to your porch light, soft and warm, calling me in from the coming storm. If you're still waiting on the other side, I'll stand in that glow and never say goodbye.
I see a doorway in the soft wind sigh.
Here are young hearts in the waves rolling by.
I see your footsteps on the old front walk.
Every creak of the boards is the sound of you knocking.
If you'll take my hand, we can start again,
Like those seaside nights when we were only friends.
I'll forgive the years that took you away, if you promise me now that you're here to stay. Under this porch light we can be brand new, but still the same hearts that forever knew.
Back to your porch light, shining for me like a faithful star by the endless sea. No more miles and no more goodbyes, just you in my arms in the warm lamplight. Back to your porch night.